It's Murphy, Sam, and Jody after the show.
I'm single. I'm Sam. Nice to meet you.
Single Sam.
You are.
I've been single for what, 4 years now? 5 years?
I don't know. You have to tell us.
Well, and for anybody that doesn't know you, I mean, you've had a number of marriages, and this is where you decided, let me just focus on me for a little while and not. How many times? 3 marriages.
Three marriages, 5 kids.
Right.
You seem mostly happy. Is that true?
Yeah, and when you're alone with a dog all day or on the weekends,
Sounds lovely.
you have a lot of time to think. And
Yes.
we were talking, Jody, you and I, with a friend of ours who mentioned that she and her boyfriend broke up because of a lack of commitment on his part.
Right. They had been dating seriously for 7 years, but he was not ready to take the leap.
And it
A leap after 7 years, you've pretty much lapped already.
It made me start thinking about probably, I think that's one of my big issues.
What?
With ever even getting involved with another person again is the commitment.
Why? You don't want to be committed to somebody?
You're scared.
It's like a part of me doesn't want to commit to it because I don't know if it's that I'm selfish or what, but then there's a big part of it that's because of what's happened. I'm kind of concerned or scared.
I think you're
Yeah, I get
overthinking
that.
it. You know why? If it's going to happen for you again, you're going to know. You're not going to be able to not commit. If somebody is right, you want them in your life, and you know it.
That's my saving grace, like
Period.
in the back of my head, that if that person comes along where there is no doubt and, oh, my goodness, hit
I
with
believe
a
that
ton
anyway.
of bricks, then the commitment goes out the window because
If you're like,
all
I
in
don't
on it.
know if I want this for the rest of my life. It's nice and all.
Yeah.
That's not all in.
Being outside of it right now, I think that's where my mind is. Like, well, do I really want to?
If you're lucky enough to have it slap you in the face like that, that's wonderful. But I don't know that at all. Sometimes it just evolves. Sometimes it's not obvious, which is what makes it great, because you actually grow into the commitment instead of it being love at first sight, which honestly, I mean, that's a wonderful fairy tale.
Yes.
Some people are fortunate enough that love at first sight turns into a lasting relationship.
Or a spark at least. Not a love, but spark at least maybe.
Right. But I think if you expect that, if that's what you're looking for, that could be a real challenge. So I think it's pretty cool that you're comfortable with where you are now, and whatever happens would just develop. At least that's what I would believe.
Yeah.
For you,
It's fun being single, but yeah, there are times you want somebody else. But yeah, I think I'm thinking too much, like you said, Jody.
Don't overthink it.
Because then I start thinking, okay, well, if there is someone, then I got to commit.
And don't put yourself in a
time,
box.
I got to do all that stuff, and I sure do enjoy sitting on the sofa watching Netflix.
Don't put yourself in any box of what you should be doing or have to be doing. You're living your life. And the other thing, I've said this in these last 3 and 4 years because I really see it and believe it. In my opinion, you are automatically more attractive if you can be and have successfully been alone. Does that make sense?
I don't understand that, but
well, what Jody's saying, I think, is the opposite of neediness. I don't know that it makes you more attractive and alluring to somebody, but it's not a turnoff.
Right.
In other words, if the first time you meet somebody
that can't be alone, would you always wonder if you're just a
The next
Band-Aid
one.
for
Yeah.
loneliness? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and also you do have yourself more together if you've been by yourself living. You know what I'm saying? You know yourself better.
So that's almost something to put on a dating profile, huh?
I don't.
Been alone for 4 years.
I don't know.
And mastering it.
No, I don't know if you put that there. That's something that somebody would get to know about you. And
Yeah.
I just know. I've got single female friends, and they'll say stuff like, "Oh my gosh, he doesn't know how to work his, washing machine because his wife left, and he's never done this. And what if he just wants me to wash his clothes?" That's a very specific example. I know.
Want to throw a name out there?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
No.
Who is this that we know?
But what I'm saying what I'm talking about is a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody that's not just in such a mad rush is more attractive. Someone who is okay with themselves is more attractive. On the flip side too, Murphy,
What do you mean on the flip side?
women are too to you. Wouldn't you rather a woman, Sam, that
Yeah.
she's got her own thing too?
Yeah, and I think
She's not just waiting for you to come along and sweep her away.
part of my issue in the past too was that I was one of those people that jumped to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next.
And that's human.
And
Yeah, I
this
mean,
has been the
I can
time.
vouch for that. I've known you through each one of
we
those.
saw some jumping.
And this has been the first a lengthy period where it's just been nobody, nothing.
And that's okay.
Other than that person I dated twice, whatever, like 3 or 4 years
Right.
ago.
But see, at least now you have enough distance that when you do get into a relationship, you'll probably get into it for the right reasons, you know, and not because
Money.
not because you think you have to, you know,
Yeah.
it's
Because you
just
really
because you
want
I don't
to.
need
right.
to. I
Because
don't.
you really
right.
want to.
And what's sad is it's taken this many years to realize that.
That's
I don't
okay.
think I don't think that's sad. I think that that's just what experience is. You know what? Think about the people that, and it happens. There are some people that are high school sweethearts, and they are married for a very long time, and then their kids move out, and then the relationship goes sour. I mean, I've known some people that surprised me that were married
Sad.
for 30 years, and it's like, what do you mean you're divorcing? You know, so you never really, you know, it's different for every individual. So you don't need to feel bad about any of that. It's,
Yeah, I got my divorces out of the way
Right.
earlier.
Been there, done that. Producer Chad? You
Yeah,
have some-
I had picked this up somewhere, and it reminded me when you said this. But there's an aspect of exclusivity if you choose to remain single, and that can be very attractive to people if you do date. To sort of put it out there, well, I don't date very often,
Right.
or I don't put myself out
Hang
there
on,
like
you're right.
that.
Oh,
that one
wow.
now.
She would feel exclusive
I don't
then.
Yeah.
date very
She'd feel
often, so
special.
you should feel
It's
lucky.
true.
Yeah.
If you go out on a date with if you go out on a ton of dates, the women are going to eventually know he dates everybody. This
Yeah.
guy dates everybody. I'm not special.
Yeah, and that works the other way too.
yeah.
Well, is there a flip side to that though? Like he hasn't been on a date in 5 years.
No, I don't think so. If she says yes and wants to go on a date with you, or if she asks you on a date, she wants to get to know you.
I know. I'll use the bike analogy. It's like riding a bike.
Get right back on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, our friend Rick has been single as long as we've known him.
And
He was
it
engaged
works
to me.
for him.
Now, Rick is a different creature, though.
What do you mean?
Rick
is
will
very
always
different.
be single.
Yeah.
But he's somebody who's really comfortable in that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He likes his independence. He's always liked his independence, and as long as we've known him too. Even when you see him in relationships, the frustration points become when somebody starts telling him what to do.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
Or just the general having to share life with somebody else that does things differently rubs him the wrong way a little bit.
And that's another one I've thought about too. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been through that. I've done that. I've got experience doing that, and having these few years of not having to.
You enjoy that.
I don't
And
have to
that's okay
argue with
say.
anybody.
That's okay to say that you enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think I agree with Jody. I do think that independence is attractive. Now, again, look,
It is.
it's everything. Life is not one size fits all. There's some people that are perfect fits because they want
Balance.
somebody to need them, and the needy person follows. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's something to be said for independence. It's very, very alluring that somebody is. They've got an inner strength.
They don't
and,
have to have you. They don't,
Right.
they
So,
want to have you. They want you not
Are
have
you
to.
asking me out to lunch, Murphy? Or-
No, we can go to coffee if you want, Sam. No, I see what your concerns are. I think the moment that it happens, it's supposed to, and you don't need to feel bad about anything that you've done in the past, because where you are today and where you're headed, actually, is what I should say, is the result of everything that you've done.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly, and you want to carry the good part forward. I think it's a big positive. It doesn't matter whether you learn that at 5, 50, or 100. If you get there, isn't that just part of it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can be such a keeper. Or just for yourself. Or just for yourself. You're such a keeper.